Carter family, Carter gang. I told y'all boy was coming back. Told y'all I was coming back, and this some young thug news I wanted to bring to y'all, right? Judge and young thug trial sentences witness to prison for not testifying truthfully. Now, this one crazy, right? This like look, the justice system ain't no place for a black man or a civilian. Ain't no place, right? Ain't no place for us, right? Because when they get you caught up in this system, let me show y'all the wicked things they could do to you, right? Let me read y'all this article, right? Now, it's a judge and young thug trial sentences witness to prison for not testifying truthfully, right? Now, let's read this. It's a young thug trial has taken several unexpected directions this year. None more expected, however, than the incident that was made on October 18th, right? The judge presiding over the trial decided to sentence a witness in a case to 5 years in prison. A witness, right? Somebody who's supposed to be a witness got sentenced to 5 years in prison, right? The witness in question was Antonio Sledge, known as Mump Tunk, right? It was determined that Sledge did not testify truthfully in the young thug trial. As a result, he had his probation revoked. The witness was immediately taken into custody, right? The judge, Paige Reese Whitaker, decided that Sledge did not have a proper regard for the judicial system. Sledge was asked for time to surrender once he knew his probation was revoked in court, but it was quickly denied. She said, "I think y'all know when y'all came here, this was a strong possibility this might happen." All right. That's what the judge said. The judge did, however, acknowledge and commend Sledge for staying out of trouble on the outside. She said, "I hope this revocation, whatever that is, has not set you back," right? I'm gonna play the video too, right? She said she hoped this has not set you back, but she sentenced you to 5 years. 5 years. Of course that gonna set you back. like for the judge to say that, that's crazy. She said, "I commend you for staying out of trouble." He been on probation, he been staying out of trouble. I hope this revocation has not set you back, right? But she set you back 5 years. Let me keep reading. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm gonna keep reading and I'm gonna play the video for y'all. It's a Fox 5 reported that Sledge repeatedly gave vague answers during his time on the stand. "I don't recall." So he got sentenced to 5 years because he said he don't remember. He don't recall to some of the questions. I mean, I didn't see his whole testimony. I don't know what questions he answered or didn't answer, right? But it said he repeatedly gave vague answers. So I guess he did it YSL Woody, right? He also got himself in hot water when he admitted he had previously lied under oath. To make matters worse, Sledge got into a confrontation with the deputy district attorney, Adrian Love, during a particular line of question. He asserted that he wasn't afraid of Love and ordered her to stop yelling at him. Before Judge Whitaker ruling, the young thug witness had a whopping 27 years, 7 months, and 8 days left on his probation, right? Antonio Sledge was the head of security for the YSL record label. Atlanta News first reported. The court documents filed prior to the trial saw Sledge allege that YSL was a street gang, right? The head of security said that YSL actually committed crimes as a means of boosting their credibility. When it came time for him to take the stand, however, he refuted claims. Sledge has originally taken a plea deal in December 2022. Judge Whitaker felt that the witness had willfully contradicted himself and therefore needed to be punished to the full extent of the law. There is just not a proper regard for the judicial system, Judge Whitaker concluded, in the seriousness which an oath in courts need to be taken. Right? So the dude got 5 years for basically saying he don't remember what happened no more. Right? Now let's watch the video that we gonna get into the comments because it was some people in the comments who think they know the law.
I don't view it as a technical violation or akin to a technical violation, considering um, the solemn oath that he took when he said that he understood every term within the plea agreement, factual acknowledgments, and sentencing acknowledgments, um, and understood and, in fact, orally answered that he understood when both asked by the prosecutor and the court at his plea hearing that a failure took when he said that he understood every term within the plea agreement, factual acknowledgments, and sentencing acknowledgments, um, and understood and, in fact, orally answered that he understood when both asked by the prosecutor and the court at his plea hearing that a failure to abide by any of the terms would constitute a violation of the agreement, and he was notified that the entirety of his probation could be revoked. I do appreciate the fact that this particular violation is a nonviolent violation. Um, but I also appreciate the fact that some of the many why this could have occurred include the fact that there is just not a proper regard for the judicial system and the seriousness with which an oath in court needs to be taken. I actually view this much more akin to perjury, frankly, than a technical violation. And the sentence for perjury is up to 10 years. I am going to revoke 5 years of Mr. Sledge's probation. And Mr. Sledge, I am sympathetic to the fact that you have generally stayed out of trouble, and I want to commend you for that. And I really hope that this revocation doesn't set you back. But we've got to take seriously the court system. So that's the sentence of the court. I find there to have been that violation. I'm revoking 5 years.
And he will be continued on probation, Your Honor?
And reinstate the balance.
Thank you.
Might I ask, is it possible for my client to turn himself in to make arrangements?
I think y'all knew when you came in here that this was a strong possibility. So, no, I'm sorry. All right, court is adjourned.
Now you know a lot of people are saying
Good seeing you,
that
Judge
that's
Whitaker.
ridiculous, right? People been following this case, right? And they know everything that's been going on with this case. So it's like, let me read the comments. I'm gonna read the comments with y'all, what they were saying in the comments about this case. Cause this case been going on so long, man. It's like so much stuff going on with this case. So many witnesses, so many snitches, right? Now, let me get into some of the comments, right? Let me see. It say this judge demanding that the court system be taken seriously as she wears a top hat and operates a 3-ring circus is rich, right? I hope this doesn't set you back in life. She took 5 years of his life, right? Right? Meanwhile, the very judge lets the state prosecutors get away with so much every damn day. She went the whole prosecution team to classes. She has to know, or at least get a good feeling that the snake snuck one over on MT and his complacent attorney. So they basically like the prosecution, the other side of the law, has been disrespecting the court the whole time. But they don't get nothing. There's no punishment for them. This dude get on the stand and say he can't recall and he get 5 years. Right? He get 5 years. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. You do not want to be up in the court system. Right? You got people, you got judges who are regular people just like everybody else. And some of them are a piece of shit. They don't give a damn. They'll make decisions that don't make no sense. They bias, corrupt. Like, you do not want to be in the court system, especially as no black man sitting in front of them judges. Right? And this one say, and she needs to hold the officers of the court to a higher standard. The sheer lack of candor, abuse of power is more sickening. Right? It's another comment who said, so all those Brady violations were of the prosecution taking court seriously. Page is a biased and corrupt rule for thee, but not for me, I see. Right? Right? She talks about honoring your oath. What about Lean Love and Hilton being dishonest on a daily as they are 100% not honoring their oath? Right? Somebody actually said this man is the same man that said under oath that the state changed something in his final plea agreement that his attorney didn't catch. Appear and hire Ashley Merchant. The lead prosecutor don't take the court system seriously. Meanwhile, the prosecution who have repeatedly abused and shown contempt of the court system face an occasional finger wag from Judge Whitaker. Right? So people who've been following this case, like, it's one-sided, but that's how it is. Like, is we surprised? Is we surprised? Of course, the whole system is going to be for the prosecution. Right? And the prosecution could disrespect the court, contempt the court, Brady violations, all this, but it's just a finger wag. Right? It's just a finger wag. Rollo EA said the plea deals that they took bad, the ones free got 30 plus years probation, I think. Yeah, this dude, he had 27 years. He got like 27 years worth of probation. So the judge basically revoked his probation and gave him 5 years. Yeah, I think Thug getting out too. Because if they doing this to the witnesses, they mad. Right? This is a case of the prosecutor telling the judge, like, hold him for contempt of court. He was a key witness. He messed up the trial. Right? 5 years for saying you don't recall. And it say from what I seen in the report, and it say he lied. Saying you don't recall is saying you don't remember. That's not a lie. You can't prove that I'm lying. You can't tell me what I remember. Yeah, it's a cold game. So what's up with YSL Woody? Because YSL Woody, this is the thing. YSL Woody was doing that to the 100th degree. Right? YSL Woody was up there acting a fool. He didn't remember or know nothing. Did he take a probation deal? Is the judge finna call him? Right? Because I know I seen that part of the trial. YSL Woody had everybody wrong. He wouldn't answer nothing right. I don't even remember this dude. Right? I don't even remember this dude going to Woody got immunity. Would it how did he get immunity? Would it he snitch? Cause what I seen sound like he wasn't snitching. It sounded like he did what this dude was accused of doing. Got up there, act like he didn't remember no more. So what did Woody do? How he get immunity? He had to tell or something. What did he tell since you've been following it? What did Woody tell? Because this dude got sentenced for not saying something. When I seen Woody on trial, he was acting like he didn't remember nothing. But you say he got immunity, this dude got probation. So what was the difference in their testimonies to where Woody got immunity no matter what, and this dude had got probation and had to tell the truth or had to say what they wanted him to say, right? What did he do? I don't know. But this is a cold example of how you don't want to be caught in the system for nothing, making deals, nothing. I don't know. Rollo, you don't know? You don't know how you got immunity? If not, I'm about to just close this video out. I just wanted to bring that to y'all, man. The judge in the young thug trial sentencing dudes to 5 years in prison. Okay. He snitched first and went viral for snitching. He told everything and was initially picked up for streets activity, possible homicide investigation. Then the state gave him a deal to make it short. Okay, you said he snitched first. Did he snitch on the stand though? Because what I seen, I mean, he might have did. He got a lot of footage. It's a lot of footage of him on the stand, but they only highlight, when he talking trash and all that. You know what I'm saying? He being comical. Ali Carter went live today saying another major arrest is coming. She insinuated it's Jay-Z by saying Rock Nation. That would be interesting if he's next, but who knows? Yeah, Rock Nation, they trying to get that Rico. Like, y'all ain't acting alone. They know these big time artists is not acting alone, right? But this young Chuck trial been going on for a while. Like, when are we gonna get? When are we actually going to trial, right? To where we going guilty or not guilty? They still dealing with witnesses not cooperating. If you got witnesses going to jail, sending them to 5 years in prison, they case don't look good, bro. Because if they didn't need them and they case was strong, they wouldn't have gave this dude 5 years in prison for what they, you know what I'm saying? So that case must be weak. Young Thug looks like he about to walk, and I ain't even following that close. But when the prosecution doing stuff like, cause this the prosecution, this the judge. Yeah, he told and denied majority in the stand by saying he don't know. But the only way Thug is involved with the case because the murder getaway car was rented by Thug and given to Woody to use. Okay. So I guess it's gonna come down to. So they saying Thug top shot paying for hits and trips, which is okay. So they saying he was calling hits like Woody was his goon, was his enforcer. Since you've been following the trial, you think that gonna ride? Like, what's the energy around the case? Right? I don't think if all they got is YSL Woody, I don't think that's good enough. But you never know who the jury is. See, sometimes it don't even matter, bro. Like, sometimes it don't even matter how the case look or not. Sometimes it don't even matter. It's the jury. If the jury like this judge we just watched, right? If the jury is like this judge we just watched, then, man, it's 50-50, right? People be having biased feelings. Like, it's biased that you get this dude 5 years in prison because he didn't say what you wanted him to say. That means as a judge, and I just say court system, you ain't trying to have a failed trial and just let the evidence speak what they be and let the jury decide. The court system already decided Young Thug is guilty. The judge supposed to be in the middle. The judge supposed to be neutral. The judge supposed to ride with the jury, right? But the judge is basically saying, like, she think Young Thug guilty, and you lied, you didn't snitch on him. We know he did some illegal shit, and you ain't telling us. So since you ain't help us get this dude, we finna send your ass 5 years in prison because you hurting our case, right? You supposed to help us. The judge don't supposed to feel like that. This come from the prosecution. And then the prosecution, the same prosecution that been, you know what I'm saying, breaking the law in court, right? Having Brady violations. The same prosecution got pulled on the judge, got the judge doing this, because I'm telling y'all, I know the court system. I'm telling y'all, the judge bring this dude back up because the judge listened to his testimony and decided he was lying. That's not the judge's job to decide if you lying. That's the jury job, right? And how can the judge say you lying when you saying you don't recall? So if Young Thug get convicted, he definitely getting life. He probably giving the death penalty because the judge is on the prosecution side. Mind you, the first judge was riding with the state and not messing with Thug and allowing anything to state. And this judge is probably the same way. This judge is probably the same way, bro. Right? Like I said, these are human beings and peoples, and they're biased, they're racist, they prejudice. You know what I'm saying? They go off stereotypes. They believe what they want to believe. It's not an honest person. This is not an honest society. So what y'all think? What make y'all think a judge gonna be an honest man? Judge ain't an honest man. Facts. The new judge see the state doing shady and poor lawyering, but she fed up and overwhelmed because it's taking too long. It might not end to next year. Wow. Yeah, they trying to the judge trying to give the prosecution time to harbor more witnesses. Ain't no way this trial. I mean, what this has been going on since 2022. Ain't no way a trial should be going on this long. It shouldn't go on to 2025. The prosecution shouldn't have that much time, especially when they're supposed to present all these witnesses already been through all this. Like, why do Young Thug gotta wait till you find more evidence? It gotta be a time limit on, but I don't think it is a time limit on the trial, right? That's the crazy part. At this point, he should be allowed bail. It's taking the prosecution this long to prove their case, to go to court. It's taking the prosecution this long to rest their case and go to court. Then they ain't got nothing. But the judge is letting Young Thug sit in jail until the prosecution got something, until they could get somebody to snitch or lie. And now they gonna have anybody scared to even go up there and say nothing. They gonna find out, oh, the prosecution is getting their witnesses 5 years. They think this gonna help. Like, who is this helping by giving this man 5 years? It definitely ain't gonna help the prosecution. Ain't nobody gonna want to take no deal and say nothing. Right? Exactly. After the judge changed, he should have definitely got bail, because that lets you know it ain't something going right in this case. Right? So this is tough. This is tough for Young Thug. I feel like he should be able to get a speedy. At this point, I feel like he should be able to take it to the juror. Like, we going to trial. Y'all citizens, y'all taking witnesses to jail. Y'all giving witnesses 5 years. Like, how do that look? How do that look? So free Young Thug at this point. At least get this man bail, because this is ridiculous. If the witnesses ain't cooperating and you got to send him to jail, you supposed to let this man out, because I mean, who's being credible? Why I said Woody ain't credible, right? You said, but Woody said Thug had nothing to do with it, and the witnesses just been saying that the states is harassing people and the jury see what's going on. All right, now check it. Woody admitted for unaliving. You said Woody admitted to doing a hit, but he said Thug ain't got nothing to do with it. So they gave Woody immunity for saying he did something, but Thug wasn't a part of it. Like, it got to be something deeper than that. It got to be something more than, like, he got to get immunity. Like, he got to give up something. How you get immunity just for your own crime, admitting that what? Well, he admitted YSL was a gang and he slid for the gang, but he said Young Thug that had nothing to do with the drill. Like, what evidence, what statement did he give the prosecution to say, oh, he got immunity for this evidence that he given? When if somebody got immunity and they are witnessing the case, they testifying for the prosecution, they supposed to have a trump card. They supposed to have a checkmate. He supposed to be the main evidence in power. It's just like, okay, we giving you immunity and you ain't got to spend no time in jail because your testimony is going to win this case for us. His immunity was his case, pardon the murder, and anything in that time frame. Okay, but you gotta snitch on somebody to get immunity. That's all I'm saying. Like, you told me you told me that he said that Young Thug that had nothing to do with it, right? So who did he tell on for him to get immunity? You say he been snitching for years. So his previous snitching gave him immunity in this case. That's what I'm saying. Who did he snitch on to get immunity for this trial? That's what I'm trying to get you to tell me, right? Who did he snitch on in this trial to get immunity? Because this case crazy. And every time the snitching questions came up, he answered, I don't remember and couldn't go to jail by pleading the fifth. I don't know. I'm just trying to find out who he. He told on somebody who died. Don't trip. I'm gonna go back and do some research, because to qualify for immunity, you got to be giving up the big fish, right? If you a prosecution and you gave somebody immunity in the case, right? You supposed to be winning this case. That's supposed to be a win for you if you got a witness that's so great that you offer him immunity. See, immunity is offered. Well, see, if the prosecution gave him immunity for that, then yeah, this prosecution don't know what they doing then. If he got immunity for telling on himself and a deceased crime, right? He gotta be like still an informant. He must be an informant for real then. He has to be an informant. Right? Like you said, he been telling for years. He working with them, and he's going to continue working with them. Right? So I figured it out. I ain't got to do no homework. Dude got immunity because he's still working for them boys. Right? It's still fish out there. Right? Right? So that's what it is. Now, I don't know who gonna deal with the boy. I don't know who gonna deal with the boy because him being an informant. Now his cover blue. Everybody know his face. Ain't nobody gonna want to do nothing around dude. Ain't nobody gonna want to do nothing around dude. So how he gonna be giving information? Right? I don't know. I guess we gonna see. What's gonna happen with Woody, new fame, when Thug get home? He gonna be smooth. I don't know. If Young Thug was smart, he'll leave YSL Woody alone. Cause he got them alphabet boys on payroll for sure. Right? And it looked like he coming home if the prosecution doing this, right? I think the boy coming home. Most definitely. He coming home. if the prosecution, right, is sentencing witnesses to 5 years in jail because they say they don't recall. They taking it out on they want to get at the Woody, but they can't, right? So they taking it out on anybody else, I guess. So it's a cold game. Don't make a deal with them peoples. But until then, man, it's your boy Carter Gang. I just want to bring that to y'all and show y'all, like, look at what the judge doing in this Young Thug case. Look at the prosecution. This is why you could never trust the law. You get 5 years for saying you don't remember, but the prosecution can break all laws, have Brady violations and all that. Can break all laws, have Brady violations and all that, and just get a snap of the finger from the judge. Just get a little attitude from the judge, right? They case should be thrown out of court plenty of times, right? She's talking about respect the court system, but the whole people that's prosecuting the case don't even respecting the court system, but you're respecting them. And you gonna have the nerves to tell this man, I hope this don't set you back, but I'm gonna sentence you 5 years because you said you don't recall. Stay out them laws, man. Stay out them laws, man. Hey, be a square, y'all. Because once you get in that system, can't nobody help you. You have mercy of the system that ain't gonna like you and don't care if you guilty or not. They gonna just want a conviction. So free Young Thug. And until then, man, it's Carter Gang, and I'm out.